Recently, a CBM film crew travelled to Uganda in Eastern Africa, one of the poorest countries in the world. What we discovered will shock and sadden you. One of the children we found is a little 6-year-old boy who's hidden away. He exists in the dark corners, around the edges of life. He can't go to school, he has no friends, and lives most of his life in one small room. It's early morning in the town of Mukono, and the small shops and stalls in the local markets are open for business. 6-year-old Fred has come here with his mother Sissy, just as he does every day. Sissy struggles to make a living and provide for her family by selling vegetables and charcoal. On a good day, she'll earn about $1.50. Fred should be in school, but he spends most of his day with his mother and does his best to stay hidden. Fred was born with a cleft lip and palate. All his life, other children have teased and ridiculed him. Some believe he is cursed and are afraid to even be near him. Sometimes, people throw stones at him. Fred has learned to stay out of sight, to hide in the shadows. It's just easier that way. At home, Fred stays inside most of the time. He can only watch as other kids laugh and play outside. His whole world consists of his family's one-room house and his mother's vegetable stand. It's actually a miracle Fred has lived at all. Children born with cleft palates can't feed or swallow food properly, and here in Uganda and many parts of the developing world, without surgery, most die within the first year. But Sissy was determined. She didn't give up on Fred. Slowly and patiently, she fed him a mixture of milk and mashed bananas. A few of the neighbours who've become used to Fred and accepted him called him a nickname that translates survivor. Fred's biggest dream is to go to school. But without surgery to repair his lip and palate, it isn't likely he'll ever go. He can't form words properly, making his speech slurry and difficult to understand. And sadly, people judge him on how he looks.
Some societies in Uganda do think that people with cleft lip and palate are cursed, got a curse from God. For instance, in northern Uganda, they are called ojok, meaning they should not be in society. They are bad. So those kind of names are associated with bad things, bad spirits, bad omen.
Poverty is trapping Fred in a life of exclusion and loneliness. There's no escape for him. His father Youssef earns what he can as a construction labourer, but there hasn't been much work for years now. All the money he and Sissy managed to scrape together has to go for food and rent. They know that surgery could repair Fred's face and change his life, but they can't even afford transportation to a hospital, let alone any medical bills.
We dream that Fred can be treated and then go to school, so he can have a better life.
Unless something changes, Fred will live out his life in the shadows. He'll be separate, different, and not included. He'll probably never go to school. The only world he'll know is the one that he can see from the doorway of his house.